Hey friends, Dave here with Transfer Express, and today we are talking about printing on tie-dye. That's right, with this huge surge in popularity of the ice dye, tie-dye, crystal dye, reverse dye, and bleached garments. Seriously, all over TikTok and Etsy, these colorful textured garments seem to be a mainstay this year. Now, I want to cover the trend so that you as a brand could print some styles, or if you're a custom printer, some trending styles that you could suggest and showcase to your customers to win more print jobs. So are you ready? Let's get into it and get groovy. If you are new to Transfer Express, we are the world's largest supplier of custom screen printed and digital heat transfers, heat presses, free customizable designs, wholesale apparel, and expert advice to help grow your t-shirt business. If you haven't already, subscribe. We're kicking out new videos like this one every single week. When apparel manufacturers start offering more and more styles of something, it's usually a telltale sign that it's selling really well. So these unique dyed garments have just exploded in popularity over the last few years, and you could capitalize on it for your own brand or customers. What's typically been limited to DIY and dyeing yourself can now be bought from your favorite wholesale suppliers. You can see we have quite a few of these styles that we've decorated that turned out just fantastic. But I want to share some tips for printing on tie-dye that could help reduce frustration and help you knock your next project out of the park. First is understanding that due to the nature of the dyeing process, there's going to be some variance when buying pre-dyed tees. Just like if you were tie-dyeing at home, even if you put the dyes in the same location and fold the garment the same way, the pattern and vibrancy may shift slightly from shirt to shirt. Sometimes that center chest location does get a little bit busy depending on the pattern that you chose. So if you're worried about the print standing out, it may be a good idea to use a garment like the PC 149 or the youth version that has that window in the pattern for the center print. Regardless, it's a good idea to order in the shirts and have them in your hands to check out before finalizing and ordering your prints, just like we've got this one here with that window we were talking about. But it's great to be able to measure how large it is so that your graphic's going to fit in that area too. As we have our garments, it's a good idea to pick up a color selector swatch book so we can actually hold our ink colors that we want to use up to the shirt to ensure that we're going to get the effect, whether subtle or bold, that we intend to achieve with our project. Now, of course, if you're dyeing your own tie-dye shirts, just be sure that you are rinsing and washing them after the dyeing process to eliminate any extra dye before you actually start heat printing. However, we have seen some apparel decorators even print a blank shirt and then dye it, and the dye doesn't even stain the white plastisol screen printed transfer. So it's really cool, and we're going to have to try it ourselves, and we're actually going to be featuring that on our Instagram and TikTok coming up, so be sure you follow us over on those channels too. So let's print some styles here and see how they look. Here we're just going to be using the application settings for our Goof-proof transfer. So that's 365, 4 to 6 seconds on our press, and a nice medium to firm pressure. We are using the Hotronix Auto Clam, one of my favorite heat presses, just because of its auto open feature, and coupled with the caddy stand, the garment is fully threadable on the press. This is an adult small, and this fits on this 16 by 20 platen that comes with this full-size Auto Clam just perfectly. So let's get printing. We'll grab our transfer here with the purple ink color that we selected and ensured works great on this, and we'll align this right onto our print. Now, because my margins differ here, I'm actually going to fold this together, hold it up to the light, and match the text edges to each other so I know exactly where the center of our graphic is for nice and easy placement. So here, once we're all aligned, we'll pre-press our garment, removing any moisture and wrinkles before we actually place our print. This is also a great opportunity to check the pressure on your press as well, just to be sure that you are getting that same readout. Now, on the Hotronix presses, it does give you a digital readout, but on some presses, it does not have that pressure reading, so you could always use the paper test. We have a great video on our YouTube channel that will link in the description that talks all about that. So here, we'll just align this to our shirt, and I want to make this one, since it's such a tall graphic and we want to fit inside this window area on this Port & Company blank, we want to make sure that we're going to be probably about 2 to 3 fingers down from the collar. So I'm going to move this up just a tiny bit and make sure that we're still nice and centered in that circle. Should look great, and we have a great placement here. Now, once we're happy with this location, it's just a 4 to 6 second press, and our shirt will be printed. Goof Proof is a hot peel, so when this press opens, we'll peel the carrier away immediately. And just like that, we have an awesome finished t-shirt with this great tie-dye print. Same thing that we're gonna do on this one, the same thing that we did on the last one, but this is a nice tiger stripe. Now, all of these styles you could pick up for yourself without a tax ID or business license right from transferexpress.com in the wholesale apparel section. Here, just a pre-press. And this one with that white ink that we talked about, you'll see on this cotton that it will be perfectly opaque and look absolutely fantastic. Press, peel, and reveal a wonderful opaque screen printed transfer. We're gonna load it just like we load any t-shirt onto the press. I love the auto clam for the capabilities coupled with this caddy stand. Really, really great. And we're gonna grab our transfer. We're gonna do the same thing that we did because we did pack the gang sheet up and we had to cut this out. So let's make sure that our main text is all aligned properly. And once we're happy with the placement, we'll go ahead and press this one 4 to 6 seconds for our Goof Proof transfers at 365 degrees. And look, this eggplant color on this faded tie-dye garment just looks absolutely incredible. I'm just a huge fan of this trend, with the colorful garments and easy printing as if they were just solid colored shirts. Now let us know down in the comments section below if your brand is printing on tie-dye blanks. Of course, be sure you're subscribed to stay up to date on all the videos that we're dropping every single week here on the Transfer Express YouTube channel. But until next time, I'm Dave. Happy pressing.